I want to run Windows 11 on ESXi in my home lab, but at this moment, I can't. And that's because I can't provide a TPM or Trusted Platform module to my VMs. Sure, there are workarounds to make it happen, but I want to do it the right way. And that's where these little guys come in. This guy right here. These little guys are TPM 2.0 modules that are designed specifically for my Supermicro 2-node super server. These little unassuming PCBs have just one IC on them, and that's the TPM chip, and they're all I need to be able to create virtual TPMs in ESXi. First, let's explain what TPM modules are and why you might want to use them. A TPM, or Trusted Platform Module, is essentially a secure crypto processor. Nope, not that kind of crypto, bro. TPMs are hardware security devices that provide secure storage for critical data, such as encryption keys and hardware attestation, provide random number generation, and more. Having a TPM module in your ESXi box allows you to provide that security to your VMs virtually as a virtual TPM device. And since Windows 11 requires a TPM to install, I need it. Yes, there are ways to work around the TPM requirement of Windows 11, but as I said previously, I'm not interested in doing that. I want to do this the right way. So let's get these little guys installed in my host, verify they're seen by ESXi, set up a key provider in vCenter, and add a vTPM to my Windows 10 VM. This is one of the 2 nodes of my ESXi cluster that the TPM module is going to go into. Of course, this node slides into the back of chassis like so. Anyway, we made a video about building this server, so check it out if you're interested. Right here is where the TPM module gets plugged in. The TPM module is keyed, so it can only be plugged in one way, so we'll plug it in like so. And done. All right, let's open some shells and take a look at what a host with a TPM module in ESXi looks like versus one that doesn't. Side note, I'm using WSL, or the Windows Subsystem for Linux, on my desktop, and I found this great multi-tab terminal app called Tabby that allows me to have multiple WSL tabs, PowerShell tabs, and even Windows command line tabs open at the same time. It's free, and you should get it. Anyway, I'm logging into the node that doesn't have a TPM installed at this moment. Once I SSH into it, I'll paste in the command ESXi hardware trusted boot get and press enter. The main result I wanted to show you here is the TPM present equals false, which shows that this node doesn't have a TPM. It will in a bit. Now let's log into the host I've installed a TPM module into and paste in the same command, and boom, TPM present equals true. Okay, we're good. I'm going to throw the other module into the other node without TPM here, and then we'll hop into vCenter and build a key provider. All right, here we are in my vCenter server. On the left, you see my 2 hosts in a cluster and all the VMs currently within it. To set up the key provider, we need to head over to my vCenter server on the left, and then over to the Configure tab on the right, and down to Key Providers. Now we'll click Add and choose Add Native Key Provider. Give it a name. Default's good. Notice that checkbox that says Use Key Provider only with TPM protected ESXi hosts. Yeah, that's why we're doing this. And click Add Key Provider. All right, we now see our new key provider listed, but before the new key provider is active, we need to back it up. So let's select the radio button next to our newly minted key provider and click Backup. Here's where I'm going to tell you that you're backing up the cert for your key provider. Take precautions to protect the cert once you've downloaded it. It's basically the key to your encryption kingdom here in vCenter. If you ever have problems or have to restore your environment, you're gonna need this cert. Likewise, if the bad guys get it, then your secure data isn't going to be secured any longer. We're going to password protect the cert, so in the case the cert does get into someone else's hands, they can't easily use it. You should do the same and secure that password someplace safe as well. We'll toss in our password, verify it, check the box says I have saved the password in a secure place, and click Backup Key Provider. The cert will download to your computer, put it somewhere safe. Seriously. Real talk for a moment. I know it sounds like I'm making light of backing up the cert and all that, so I want to be clear. Using TPMs in VMware, just like using TPMs on a physical system, can lead to some bad times if you lose or forget your keys. Anyone who's lost a BitLocker password or recovery key knows what I'm talking about. Moving on, let's add a fresh new vTPM to my existing Windows 10 VM so we can get it upgraded to Windows 11. Charon is the name of my Windows 10 VM and also the largest moon of Pluto, in case you were interested. The VM is currently shut down because you can't add a virtual TPM to a live VM. We'll head up to the Edit Settings button, and then we'll click Add New Device, and then Trusted Platform Module. That's all that's needed here, nothing more, nothing less. Now we'll start the VM, and we'll check to see if the VM sees the TPM. Alright, the VM is up and running. We'll pop the start menu and type in TPM, because searching is how you get around Windows, and select Security Processor. Once the Security Processor window opens up, we can see immediately that this VM now sees our newly minted virtual TPM device, which is awesome. The VM properly identified the manufacturer is VMware, the specification is 2.0, which is required for Windows 11, and that, my friends, is a success. Now let's get this VM upgraded to Windows 11. Off to the races, here we go. I'm not going to bore you with sitting through the entire upgrade to Windows 11, just give you the highlights. I quickly ran through the setup, the upgrade did its thing, and rebooted the VM
many minutes later.
And then we were greeted with the glorious Windows 11 desktop. Let's check the TPM again. And all looks good. Success! If you're interested in getting into VMware or virtualization, check out our playlist over here of other great VMware and virtualization videos we've made in the past. And also, thank you for watching.